Alright guys, let's talk about Cardano on the channel once again. It took a long time consolidating, as you can see here guys. Basically back from April all the way to November. Broke out, surged up to about $1.32, let's say. Now, it did paint a head and shoulders, and basically the technical target was around 65 cents. Now, Cardano was a little bit stronger. That's actually a plus or a positive in my opinion. And I have to say, I'm not the biggest Cardano fan, guys. So this shows me that there is some strength in Cardano, that it didn't hit the technical target, and basically got a bounce, but consolidated just under about 93 cents for, I don't know, what is this, like 20th of December, so it's what, the 3rd? So it's like 2 weeks, we can say. Now, finally it broke out of this trend line here. The other day when we were looking at it, I think it was on this candle, and it just wasn't making it, above the 93 cents. However, that next day, pretty much it broke above and found support on this line. Now this is was a weekly resistance. It became support on the 2nd of January when it hit it twice and bounced. Now, we have broken through $1.04 here, and we haven't really come down to touch to retest, but it is quite close, I would say. I mean, it's only like a fraction of a cent. So let's see. Still have time, for it to come down, touch this line, see if it's support. Now, keep in mind, these are weekly resistances and supports because I have them in green. So looking at this on a 4-hour time frame is kind of the wrong time frame to look on it. But, it's better that you have a lower time frame that finds supports on higher time frame, supports basically. So yeah, if a lower time frame finds support on a higher time frame, that's good in my opinion. Now, if we were looking at, a 4-hour candle, or a 4-hour actually support, I should say, and we're looking at a weekly candle and it's crashing through, or it's finding support there, I would say it's kind of the opposite. But in this, way, where you have a weekly support and you have a 4-hour candle, this is okay, I believe. You can look at it this way, but it is better always to look at it on the weekly time frame, of course, when you're talking about weekly supports and resistances. Anyways, enough of that explanation there. Now, I do want to look at RSI here, just real quick, guys. Let's see, RSI, relative strength, stochastic. So, 4-hour time frame. Now, it is overheated, guys. Do have to say on a 4-hour time frame, overheated. Daily time frame, getting overheated on the Stoch RSI, but still not too bad with the RSI, actually. On the weekly time frame, if we look at it this way, still in normal territories, although the Stoch RSI is pointed down. The RSI is just about to get overheated. Now, on lower time frames, let's just look at the hour. Okay, it's overheated on the lower time frame, with the 1 hour. And the 15-minute, okay, 15-minute is actually not too bad with Stoch RSI. It's getting basically to oversold territory. And then the RSI is pretty much in the middle, neutral territory. So lower time frames, it's hard to say. I think it's probably going to pause a bit, at least in the short term. Long term though, guys, it may still have some room to go up. On the daily and the weekly, it's not too bad. We're still in, this kind of neutral zone. So, yeah. Short term, you may see a little bit of a pullback. In the next, day, 2 days, 3 days or so, you may see this go up more. Now, taking a look at the tokenomics of Cardano, guys, basically there's 45 billion. I like to keep my, tokens under about 10 billion. However, there are certain communities. Cardano is one. For example, Tron is another. Coins like these, they just get eaten up really quickly because there's such a strong community. For example, XRP, I think it has more. I think it has 50 billion or something like this, or 100. So, yeah, when you have strong communities behind these coins, that's okay. but you don't want to see too many coins. But in my opinion, not bad because Cardano has a very strong community behind it. Now, taking a quick look at Bitcoin, guys, you can see on the daily time frame, yesterday it did break above the Fibonacci level here. Now it's in this next Fibonacci level. So it has actually come down to retest as well on the daily time frame so far. So let's see if this holds. That is okay to see. Now we do need to move above about 98,000 on a weekly time frame. That's what this green resistance is. The next one will be a daily time frame at about $99,000, and basically after that you only got a few more resistances above. So yeah, Bitcoin starting to look better. Would like to see us though get above really this range here at 99.5, and I think that will signal really much more bullish Bitcoin. Now, as for Ethereum, it is starting to move up. The other day we saw there was like 6 green 4-hour candles in a row. Now it looks like it has broken this resistance, we can say, because if we would put like a little trend line here, you know, we probably could have put like a, you know, maybe something actually like this. Let's just say there. Okay, yeah, it probably would have faked out or something. Yeah, it looked like it was going up, probably a fake out to the downside and then back up. So that's probably what I would have drawn if I would have seen this like yesterday or something. But yeah, I mean, basically it has broken above resistance, and you know, that's a good thing to see. I think if we were going to put a target, actually this might be the triangle that I'm really looking for. So yeah, it would have been something maybe like this actually. So anyways, if we take this as a flag, let's just measure this, and let's take it from really where it bounced. Let's just say from here, because that's actually the bounce off of this, you know, support. So I think the target for Ethereum now would be probably in the middle. Yeah, actually about $3,600, guys. So basically between this support at 35.34 and 36.52. So it's going to take us probably at least there. And yeah, we'll reevaluate when we get there. So let's leave this like this. I do like this as a triangle. It's probably a little bit better, you know, as a flag. So anyways, let's move on to the crypto total market cap, guys. So it looks like we have finally broken above the, what is it, 3.28 trillion, sitting at 3.34 right now. Now we haven't really taken out this area here yet, but we are close. So once we take that out, I do believe we're going to go up to 3.62 trillion quite quickly, and then we have to, you know, reevaluate. Now looking at the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin, guys, basically it has taken out these highs over here, so that's a good thing to see. I do believe we're going to 1.55 trillion relatively soon. There will probably be a little bit of resistance. As you see over here, there was a little bit of resistance. But yeah, I think it's pretty much smooth sailing up to there. Now, most important chart here, guys. Let me extend this line just a little bit. And Bitcoin dominance is actually going down. Finally, guys. Really, this has been killing altcoins for a long time, especially this ride up here. And, you know, it's been kind of a long, slow grind down. So we are starting to see a little bit of the making of altcoin season once again, I think. You know, but we were down as low as, what, about 54.78 before. So we still have a long ride down, you know, to get there at least. You know, at that point, I had to like $10,000 more, you know, in my bag when it was down here, guys. So if that tells you basically, you know, how much more you can probably get, you know, I'll probably, I think, what, it's like 15% for me. You know, I'm just estimating, guys. But yeah, I would say it's, you know, if we get down to here, it's going to be probably at least 15% more in your bags. But yeah, we still need to see basically, you know, levels of about 40%. And then you're basically going to see, you know, the true, effects of what altcoin season really is. Now, this was basically the lows, and this is probably where people should have sold in this range in the last bull run, guys, when it got down here in the 40s, low 40s. That's what we want to see. So, if that gives you some idea of how much money you're probably going to make, and have in your bags, yeah, then, use that kind of as a guide, I guess, But basically, yeah, it is getting a strong push down. This is a nice, candle right here. I love this because that means we're just making money, guys. Now, if we look at the liquidation heat map, guys, 24 hours, yeah, I mean, it's not that bad, 180 million. Basically, it's almost equal on both sides, long and short, so yeah, nothing really to worry about here. Now, I think on a video yesterday, guys, I talked about altcoin season, and I think it was at 47. I refreshed this a little while ago, and yeah, it shows now 51. But I think I did say on another video, like yesterday or the day before, that I did expect that we were going to move up to about 50 or 51 or so, just because we were, moving down, on this little chart here, the dominance. So, yeah, we have finally, hit 51. I do believe we're going to see a bigger surge here in the short term just because this is going down so rapidly. Now, like I've said before, guys, I don't know how often they update this, if it's like every 12 hours or 6 hours. You just have to keep refreshing. I mean, we can refresh it right now and see still 51. So anyways, they probably update it, every so often, some hours. I don't think it even tells you really here anywhere. Anyways, doesn't really matter, guys. Now, let's take a look at the fear and greed. Basically, fear and greed right now, it was 70 yesterday, 74 today. Yeah, and that's because, the altcoins are doing so well. And, my bags have gone up a little bit. And, yeah, so I don't want to get too overheated, though. A lot of people will tell you that have been here for a while, 3, 4, 5 years. You don't want to see these, 90s and 95s. I would like to cool down still a little bit more before this massive altcoin run. Now, Pi cycle top indicator, guys, still, if we look, zoom in, still far away, still probably have at least 6 months, guys. So don't really worry about that. Now, crypto bubbles, I'm sure we're going to have some large bubbles here in a second that pop up once it loads. But yes, there are mostly green bubbles. Okay, there are a few reds here and there, but some of these have had massive runs lately, guys. Virtual, that's been on just a tear. BGB is still, $6. That's been on a tear recently, too. BNB basically is seeing a hit because the launch pool just finished. So a lot of these are red for a reason, but they're not really deep reds usually. There's only a few like deep reds, Pengu, Virtual, Hex. Yeah, maybe you can count Hype, FTT, okay, just popped up. So Bio, yeah, terrible launch pool today, guys, I can say. Anyways, doesn't really matter. Now, if you want to stake your coins, guys, go to Coinondo, type in, Bitcoin, for example. You'll find, the staking times. You'll find limits and things. So be aware of that. Do your research. Pick the place that's best for you. Don't get stuck in anything that you don't want to hold longer, than the price that you want for that coin. So, if I'm going to stake, I'm looking for 30 days maximum, maybe 60, which I did today for my BNB for the mega drop. But yeah. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.